What if I told you one will, just one piece of paper, could push someone over the edge into something truly dangerous? Because that's exactly what fans of Emmerdale are starting to worry about right now. So here's the situation. Tate finds out that Kim Tate's will names Lydia Dingle as the person who would inherit Home Farm if Kim dies. Not him. Lydia. And you can almost feel the shift immediately. Joe doesn't just take it badly. He takes it personally. And honestly, can you blame him for reacting? From his perspective, this is his home, his legacy, something he feels entitled to. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. Instead of just being upset, Joe starts sounding like someone who's not willing to accept reality at all. He basically makes it clear he's not going to let this go. And that's the moment viewers started connecting the dots. Because in soap logic, when someone says I'm not letting this go, it rarely ends with a calm conversation. Fans online are already spiraling into worst-case scenarios. And I have to say, they might not be overreacting. Some are even asking the question nobody really wants to say out loud. Could you actually try to get Lydia out of the way? That's dark. But is it unrealistic? Not in a show like this. You've got people speculating everything from manipulation to something far more sinister. And what makes it even more unsettling is that Lydia is completely unaware of the storm building around her. She's not playing power games. She's just there. Which actually makes her more vulnerable. And Joe? He's already shown he's capable of scheming. Let's not forget what he's been doing with Robert Sugden. Blackmail, pressure, control. He's been pulling strings for a while now. He's already forced his way into owning land, pushed the Dingles out, and installed Robert as his pawn at Butler's farm. That's not someone who plays fair. That's someone who escalates. And now things are getting even messier. Robert is stuck. Aaron is caught in the middle. Kane is dealing with way more than anyone should have to handle at once, with Moira imprisoned and his own cancer diagnosis weighing on him. And despite all of that, he's still trying to fight back by setting up a new Dingle farm. But here's the problem. Joe is always one step ahead. He pressures Robert into letting him sell the farm's cattle. It's another power move, another reminder of who's in control. But then something interesting happens. Mac and Matty catch wind of the plan and decide to fight back. And suddenly, we've got a classic Emmerdale twist. The cattle are stolen before Joe can sell them. Now that changes everything. Joe immediately looks to Robert, because of course he does. But even he realizes something doesn't quite add up. Someone else is playing the game now. And that's where things get dangerous. Because when Joe loses control, that's when he becomes unpredictable. And back to Lydia. This is why fans are so worried. If Joe is already willing to blackmail, manipulate, and destroy livelihoods just to get what he wants, what happens when the biggest obstacle to his future is a person? That's the question hanging over everything right now. At the same time, the emotional side of the story is just as intense. Charity is starting to sense something is off with Kane, especially after the truth about his diagnosis comes out. And that's going to add another layer of tension, because the Dingles are already stretched to their limit. So you've got revenge, desperation, illness, betrayal, all colliding at once. And right at the center of it is Joe Tate, who clearly isn't done yet. If anything, this feels like the calm before something much bigger. Because let's be honest. In Emmerdale, when power, inheritance, and pride all clash like this, someone always pays the price.